Donk Nation, Jackson, Janet's greetings and welcome to your daily dose of donkey with Ginger. It's your boy, the Viking Donkey, bringing you the first power index of the 2023 season. It's here, it's time. Laskers did his homework, Gingy did his homework, and I'm here to say the power index has some things to say that seem kind of obvious at the end of the day. Now, let's go ahead and do it like we always do. Let's start at the bottom of this index where we have some teams that are just chugging along. I mean, Carolina, they just drafted their franchise quarterback, but they haven't got anything going. Still winless on the season. The New York Giants come in just above them at 31. Danny Dimes learning what happens when you pay that fringe starter quarterback, franchise quarterback money. Right above them, we got New England. And, man, it's not pretty there. Belichick learning how the other side lives. But then you got Denver right above them, and they traded everything for a quarterback, it seemed, but then they traded even more for a coach who can't get it going. Above them, we have the Chicago Bears, who lost a big lead against the team right below them in Denver, but at least have shown some signs with Justin Fields being able to put up some big points in games here or there. Above that, you got the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, trading for Josh Dobbs right before the season to have him start day one. Winning a game's not a bad spot to be. Right above them, we got a couple, is there quarterback controversies maybe? Minnesota trying to get rid of Kirk Cousins from what it sounds like, but Kirk Cousins doesn't want to be moved. Right above them, we got Tennessee, who Ryan Tannehill just not getting the job done with King Henry out there this time for the Titans. Above them, we got Green Bay. Not a terrible start to the Jordan Love era, but could be better going for them. Above that, we got Washington. The offense showing signs of being explosive under Eric Bieniemy and Sam Howell, but inconsistencies holding that team back right now. Above them, we got the Vegas Raiders, who are the same Raiders we've seen for 5-6 years. It's just now you're saying Jimmy Garoppolo instead of Derek Carr. Above them, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. That offense really hasn't shown up. I mean, people are saying, look at the last couple of weeks. I mean, one good game and then less than 300 yards last week. That offense needs to get it going if the Bengals want to move forward. I mean, they are last place in AFC North as we stand. Right above them, we got the Atlanta Falcons. Hot, cold. Defense looks good. Desmond Ridder has a good game followed by two bad games. Who knows where this team stands and where they're going to go going forward. Above them, we have your LA Chargers coming in at 19. I've never seen a coach lose so many football games. I watched the Monday night game. He just kicks field goals when he should. They probably win the game, but boy, Staley out there just I've never seen a coach lose so many games. And Herbert, you got to learn to get that clutch vibe, buddy. Above them, we have the Indianapolis Colts. Just lost their quarterback Richardson for the season, getting shoulder surgery. It's Gardner Minshew time there for the Colts. Above them, we have a surprise here with the Jets losing Aaron Rodgers, but still winning some football games. Kind of been an impressive thing here for the New York Jets. Keeping in it right now. Great defense, good running game, and Zach Wilson making less mistakes than he has in the past. Right above them, we have New Orleans. New Orleans looks exactly like Vegas has for the last 4 years because Derek Carr's leading the show and doing Derek Carr things. Coming in at number 15, we got your Pittsburgh Steelers. And really, it's the wins that have the Steelers here being 3-2 because they're 30th in offense. They're 20th in defense. This is not a very good team when you look at the individual parts. But something special has led to some wins, whether it's big clutch turnovers that lead to points or special teams coming through. Steelers staying solid at number 15. Right above them, you got the Houston Texans. And, well, teams of similar stature. I think the Texans deserve to be there. C.J. Stroud is playing great football, and they did blow the Steelers out after all. Right above them, we have the L.A. Rams. They're the same kind of deal. I mean, they're a little more consistent, borderline top 10 on both offense and defense, but they've been good game, bad game, good game, bad game. Them and the Steelers have a big showdown this week. Cooper Kupp back, huge addition. Maybe the Rams have an up arrow. Then we get to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming in at 12. What can you say when you have a good defense and good line play? Baker Mayfield can look okay. And then last week he gets exposed when Detroit put the pressure on and really just made him look bad. Above them, the last team to not make the top 10 is the Seattle Seahawks, a team with a top 10 offense. Defense has kind of let them down, but really inconsistency. Another team that, should have kicked some field goals last week and maybe they beat Cincinnati, but they don't and they end up losing because they just ran the same play like 3 times on 4th and goal and all 3 times failed. Break in the top 10. You have the Cleveland Browns. This is a team that offensively 21st in the league in points, but defensively is 5th in the league. And let's not forget, they just shut down the 49ers, which no one else has done this year. If that defense can get a little support from an offense that Deshaun Watson's hurt or not wanting to play, who knows, but more importantly, lost Nick Chubb, they can figure something out. Maybe that defense stays healthy. Maybe the Browns have a decent chance of doing something this year, but hard spot to be right now. Above them, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars, London's team, playing a couple games over there, taking advantage of it like they always seem to do. This is a good team that maybe can step forward, but really they need a breakout part, and maybe it's going to be Calvin Ridley on that offense as a number 1 weapon. Right above them, you got the Baltimore Ravens. Offense has been meh, but really dropping the football has hurt them a lot through this year, and injuries to running backs. But that defense has been a top 5 unit for Baltimore, and Lamar is playing pretty good football. Above them, we have the best offense in football coming in at number 7, but a bottom 10 defense. That's the Miami Dolphins. Any team that can hang 40 points, 70 points on what seems to be a consistent basis needs to be a top 10 team. They need to show a little more consistency defensively in order to take that step into a top 5 team. Dallas comes in at number 6, the team to miss the top 10 just barely. Dak is Dak, but the defense is good. The offense has got some big playmakers. Cooks has been a great addition there. Breaking the top 5, the first team in it, is Philadelphia. The defense doesn't look as good this year. Jalen Hurts made some mistakes in the first game where he played a real opponent, and they need to step it up a little bit. Above them, you got Buffalo, early season jitters, mid-season jitters. They at least won the last one, but you're talking the number 3 defense, the number 3 offense. Yeah, they have to be up there because that's a team that could be explosive on both ends. They just need to get it together at the same time. Coming in at number 3, how about the Detroit Lions? The team has beaten every team you put in front of them that they should. That's to be said. Goff looks more comfortable in the system this year. That defense looks really good. And the boy Cam Sutton is balling out there, along with last year first-round pick Aiden Hutchinson playing great football. Number 2, you got the Kansas City Chiefs, led by the number 2 offense in the league and the number 9 offense in the league, the number 2 defense in the league. See, I had to say it backwards because that's just not the way things are done there. And do we have a new Chiefs that is going to be led by a defense for once? Also, just brought back Mecole Hardman. Maybe that helps the offense. And the number 1 team has to be the San Francisco 49ers. Number 2 on offense, number 1 in defense. The team has played amazing football. First loss last week to the Browns, who shut them down and possibly really hurt their season. A lot of injuries coming out there from San Francisco. Purdy needs to play better when the pressure's on. They need McCaffrey to stay healthy, which right now he's a little banged up. If those things happen, watch out for this Niners team. So there you have it. The first power index of the season has the San Francisco Niners at number 1. Now let's get into the power rankings. This means Gingy's rankings coming in. Lasker's rankings are coming in to be added to the power index. Let's start with Gingy. We're going to go from bottom to top, 10-1. The Pittsburgh Steelers breaking in. The Jacksonville Jaguars at 9. Baltimore Ravens at 8. Dallas Cowboys at 6. At 7 with Dallas. Buffalo Bills at 6. Number 5, Detroit Lions. 4, Miami Dolphins. 3, Kansas City Chiefs. 2, Philadelphia Eagles. And 1, San Francisco 49ers. Lasker's coming. Pittsburgh, Dallas, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Buffalo from 10 to 6. And then 5-1, we have Detroit, Miami, Philly, San Fran, and Kansas City. The only one without San Fran on top is Lasker's. He likes Patrick Mahomes. What can you say? Not a bad thing to do. That means the Donk Nation Power Rankings, which comes from the Power Index, and Lasker's and Gingy will have Pittsburgh at number 10. Cleveland just missed. They did get 1 vote, but they don't get in there. Jacksonville at 9. Baltimore at 8. Dallas at 7. Buffalo at 6. The top 5 starts with the explosive Miami Dolphins. You have Detroit coming in at 4. Philly at 3. Kansas City at 2. And San Francisco at number 1. Jax, Jennett, thank y'all for tuning in. We should have a bug cap and some Steelers talk coming to you a little later this week. I know the bug cap was supposed to be first, but there's some issues going on with the bug boo that have delayed that. But thank you all for tuning in for the first Power Index of the season. Donk Nation, Jackson Jennets, Steeler Nation, you know you gotta keep the towels warm because Gingy's gonna tell you what to do with them in a couple of days. I love y'all. You can catch me at Viking Donkey. That's Viking_Donkey on Twitch and Twitter, the X. Your Daily Dose of Donkey with Ginger is the YouTube channel where you get this. Donk Nations, Jackson Jennets, keep them ready for what Gingy's going to tell you to do. Here we go.